And that's us live. Thank you everyone for joining us. This is our Halloween Streamowe'en finale. And I will be the Keeper of Arcane Lore, or just Keeper, because Call of Cthulhu has a very pretentious title system. And on our top left will be Chris, and who will you be playing?
Everyone else see okay?
I'll be
Oh, sorry.
playing.
In fact, 2 seconds. There we go. Sorry. It's
Right.
yeah, I was too
Yeah, you're up
eager
now.
to get off there.
Well, my computer had gone a
This
bit
setup
crazy.
looks so
Oh, it's
cool.
really
Do we
cool.
need to do the
I love
thing
it.
again, or
No, we're live. Go.
okay? I'm Chris. I'll be playing Lord Kafka. He's an antiquarian elder sort of lord who's been around the world, seen a few things, that sort of thing.
And on our top right is Rachel, and who will you be playing?
Hi, I'm Rachel, and I will be playing Margaret. And she is an engineer, and she believes in unnatural sort of things. She has tarot card, crystals. She's a bit of a. I'm not going to say oddball because that's rude, because I'm exactly the same, but you know what I mean. That's me.
Okay. And on our bottom left is Fluffgar, and who are you going to be playing?
I'm going to be playing Professor Harry McAllister, who is quite not a particularly old man. In fact, he's a little bit on the young side for a professor, and he's a bit nervous.
And on our bottom right is Leon, who has dressed very suavely for tonight, showing us all up. I'm disgusted with you. You should have
This I
dressed
had
like a
to, like,
scrub.
I had to dust off a wee bit, but the glasses don't look very 1920s. But if you can look past that, that's okay. Leon. I'm gonna be playing Dr. Logan tonight. He is a troubled from his past with his family, and has found a connection to his brother through the occult, and he's wanting to see how much he can do that while staying sane. And this is my second time playing Call of Cthulhu, so looking forward to it.
This time we will be playing Pulp Cthulhu, which is slightly different from typical Cthulhu. As in, the best way to describe it is the characters may actually survive this. They get for anybody who's unaware, Call of Cthulhu is a mystery game where you go up against the Cthulhu mythos and try to survive the incident. Normally you don't, or if you do, you tend to go insane. Pulp Cthulhu is slightly more action oriented. Call of Cthulhu, based in the 1920s, Pulp Cthulhu, based in the 1930s, where it's a lot more action based, and people will get strange powers, and they get boosts in abilities and better HP and stuff like that. So they're a little more tougher than the average human. I do not know why this music is not playing.
Yeah, it is
Oh, it's
playing.
playing for me,
So
and it's driving me crazy.
Okay.
well,
Why is it
Oh, I
driving
can hear it
you?
now.
I don't like music on when I play. It's not bad music or anything. You guys know this. I can never listen to music.
Well, feel free to mute the tab if you don't
I
want
don't know
music.
how to
If
mute this.
you right click the tab up at the top corner where the tab actually is, you will have the option to mute the tab.
Mute side.
But I do not know if it's playing for our streamers, because I am not hearing it, and I should be hearing it.
Mm-mm. That's a good point.
Well,
I
it
can
is
hear it
through
through
roll
that, but
20. You can hear it on roll 20.
On Roll20, they're not hearing the music, unfortunately. Sorry, on the Twitch.
oh.
I'm going to
Great. Fun as sound. Sound's never a problem. Always works.
Well,
Right, 2
we have the
seconds.
music, and that's what matters.
And
We-
no, the music matters for them, not you.
Hey.
We don't matter. Leon, do you not get it?
no, we don't matter. We're just like bodies.
There's surplus to requirements.
Yeah, let's see if it's going to play now for us if I go into it properly. Maybe it'll play
But
now.
am I right in saying this is everyone's like, is a beginner in Call of Cthulhu, or is everyone like on the same kind of, or is
I
somebody
have
like
played,
There we
better?
go. Music's playing now.
played twice, I think. So basically,
Played
but I
a
loved it
couple of
every
times.
time. I have died every single time I've played, so I fully expect to die again.
I died my time as well. I got flung out a window and then was left with 1 health, and Scott it seemed really, really surprised that I didn't die, which is a good thing.
Yeah, we played The Haunting. To anyone who's played Call of Cthulhu before, it's generally your first scenario people go through, and Leon was the one that got thrown out the window and should have been taken out the game, but wasn't. But
Wait, I was in that game.
you were.
Yeah.
I can't remember that.
But I'm right in saying that this is your like homebrew. You've homebrewed this.
This is
story.
my own scenario. I have written a scenario before for no one here except Chris, who was in for 1 session of it, but he's the only one.
2 sessions. I was there for 2. I made it for 2. And then things just went all wrong in my life.
I normally just run the scenarios off a game if it's like last minute, but I do like to run my own and set them up. So now that we've got our music playing, we'll begin. Rachel, you wake in the morning, and what's your normal routine first thing?
Opens one eye. It's just kind of like, oh, another day. Sort of gets out of bed really slowly, and then she'll do like her morning routine. She'll go like wash her face, brush her teeth, things like that. She'll have a cup of tea, sit in front of the fireplace, and sit with her cat.
Yeah.
And then eventually she'll read the newspaper, and then she'll eventually at a certain time go to work.
As you're playing with your cards, you decide to do your own tarot reading. So as you're shuffling them, you draw your first card. Right, this is me making up stuff about tarot. I apologize for anyone that has done tarot, but this is my idea of it. First card she pulls out is related to the past. And she draws the devil. Normally a warning that something is not right. There's a problem in her past that she has to deal with. The second card you draw is the 8 of Swords, which is for your present. This is also not a very good card to draw. This represents helplessness. You don't know why you've drawn this today. Normally, and things have been going quite smoothly for you recently. But you know these cards don't lie to you. Because these are the cards that were left to you from your mother. And every time you've done this, cards have always been right. You hesitantly draw your third one, which is the future. This is the death card. It can be the end of something, but it can also be the beginning of something new, something different, something changed. As you get up to continue your routine, you start to feel things are off. Something different.
Oh dear.
Um,
Oh dear.
as you walk down the hall, it seems to be taking you longer than usual. You just seem to be walking down this hall for a while, and eventually your lights in your house turn off. And you're submerged in darkness.
Not again.
The door in front of you opens, and a light shines, and someone walks backwards out of it. Are you doing it?
Hello? Excuse me.
Doesn't seem to be responding to you.
I'm gonna. Where they're in distance, like I can tap them on the shoulder.
As you can get close enough to touch the shoulder, are you going
Yeah.
to?
Yes, I will.
Yeah.
Probably a mistake.
As you tap them on the shoulder, the body turns round towards you, and then it just rips its own eyes out and just stares right into you. Can Rachel please do our first sanity check and sanity check gaming?
Damn.
Oh boy. Yes, it was a success.
Nice.
Yes.
Yep, you succeed.
Yes.
Through this success, you realise something. You've not woke up yet. You're dreaming.
Oh, shit.
And then you wake up in a sweat. But you have woken from your dream. But due to you being a psychic, you know that dreams mean things.
Yes.
And that's going to bother you for now.
Can I, as I'm now awake, draw a tarots for the day?
As you draw the tarots for the day, you draw the devil,
Yeah.
the Eight of Swords,
Yeah.
and death.
It's just a continuous
Oh,
loop of this the
no.
entire game.
Oh,
Make another
no.
sanity check.
This time you are awake though, and everything in your house feels normal.
It's gonna be a bad day. It's gonna be a very bad day. Where's my cat? I'm gonna go and search for my cat.
What is your cat's name?
Tommy.
Tommy is in the corner licking himself.
Oh,
Yeah,
he's a
everything's
good cat. I just get my cat and just stop petting my cat.
Just starts purring and stuff like that. Because I'm using my phone to change the music. We are going to change scenes now. Your names are getting in my way.
Oh no.
That should be playing.
Because computers.
I know, it's because I'm just going to do it in the
technology.
computer. I didn't want to do this because I didn't want to like change the roll bit. But I'm going to have to. Right. Right. The rest of yous. Yous are on a train car. For various reasons, yous are going to Langholm. For instance, yous are meeting Mr. Carter. This is Lufgar, Chris. You are going to be meeting them. Leon, you just so happen to be sharing the same train car as them. For everyone's information, Mr. Carter happens to be esteemed archaeologist who is just travelled back to the UK after his opening of the tomb of Tutankhamun. I do not know if I am pronouncing that right. I do apologise if I'm not. So you are now on the train going to meet them.
Just like got my nose in some notes and stuff I've got with me.
Same here. I've got my nose in a big old book.
I've sort of I'm sitting on the train seat. I've got my legs crossed, and my hand is sort of petting inside my coat to my Sphinx cat named Amun. And
Are we all sitting? Sorry.
Just sort of lazy. I've got the newspaper in front of me, and it's just lazily the other hand is going through the pages to see if there's anything of note.
There's nothing too obvious. It's mainly talking about like some of the changing of political parties and that over the last year, and just like general news. The kind of news you would read is probably mostly politics and history, things like that. You're not. It does say that Carter has returned and is currently on another expedition, although no one seems to know where on the paper. You guys know where he is because you're going to meet him.
Are we all sitting across from each other, or are we sitting?
These are in the same car. You can be sitting in any way you want. If one of you want to be sitting next to the other, typically it would be Lord Cathcart and Dr. Logan sitting next to each other. And in fact, sorry, it could be in any order actually. Sorry, I was just about to go. I'm forgetting Harry was a male there, and then I was like, no, wait.
I'll look up at the two people that are like in the carriage with me, and I'll go over to one of them. Do either of them look kind of scholarly? Like, how do you guys describe your characters?
A dork.
Mine would be like almost statesmanly, like older. He'd be wearing like expensive suit, quite like he would look like your idea of the quintessential 30s aristocrat.
I'll walk up to these two chaps and I'll say, "Excuse me there, you two look more worldly than I do, than me. Do you speak like any languages? I only speak English, and I don't really speak it that well either, so may as well ask somebody."
Oh, well, I don't know. I wouldn't say I was fluent, but I do know there's some hieroglyphs I sort of. Well, again, I couldn't really say, but also, no, never mind.
Yeah, you here with the glasses, right? Take a look at this. What language is that?
I peer at it. Do I recognize it?
I show them a big old book with like a weird language on it.
So, would it be either of the languages that I understand?
What book is it you've lifted? Is it an occult book?
It's an occult book that my brother would have left to me.
Okay, yeah, this actually intrigues Lord Cathcart. It's not an uncommon edition. It's generally notes in that, but whoever it wasn't successful, but they have known a little bit.
Oh, interesting there. So where did you perhaps find that, Dr. Logan? I don't know your name. I don't know your name.
No,
I
it's
forgot.
it's on my
So?
name tag. Yeah,
Oh,
it's
is it?
fine,
It's
mate.
on your
It's
name
fine.
tag.
No, that's why I used to belong to my brother. You know, just reading through his old kind of notes. It's a weird hobby, I must say, but he
He
seemed to
looks
enjoy it.
more interested at you. So, what exactly did your brother do?
Good question. We hadn't really talked in a while. He he had this like pub that he ran, but not especially well, and wasn't doing that good, and then he lost it, and we just kind of lost touch, I guess. But he passed away recently. Left me some of his old books. Don't know why, but it's it was
Interesting. Could I have a closer look at the book, perhaps?
uh you know what? Sure. There's quite a few of them like this, and I'll hand Lord Cathcart the book. Do you
So,
mind if I sit with yous?
well, sure. Take a seat.
Appreciate
I
it.
might budge up slightly.
So I have a look at the notes. What do I see on the notes?
It's mainly talking about like rituals to avoid death. But it's like roll me a Cthulhu mythos.
For some reason, it didn't have my the mythos points that I'd put into mythos there. For some reason, my
Well,
sheet's
I was
wrong.
oh, this isn't great for when we're streaming. But I do remember Cthulhu Mythos being up there. If you can try and sort your sheet whilst we're playing, Chris. Sorry, but it's like how
Okay, I will.
there's something wrong with it. I had checked all the sheets and they seemed fine when I checked them earlier.
No, it was fine when I made it. It's changed
Is it a
since I've
cult?
looked at it last.
No, this is Mythos. I've asked them. But that
Oh,
20,
yeah.
I know is enough for a success for our Lord
Yeah.
Cathcart. Yeah, you're seeing sections of it. He seems to have done some primary research, but he is very amateurish, at least in this book. It's more just like maybe this is translated as this. Some of the words are correct, some of the words are incorrect. You're spotting it. It's a jumbled mess. But it's interesting that this random guy on a train would have this information.
Does your brother perhaps have other books like this?
I guess so. It was just a bunch of them that he gave me. Haven't read through all of them yet. This is just the one I've started with.
This one is quite rudimentary. Perhaps if I were to see any of the other books, I'd be able to decipher what your.
Next stop, Langholm. Please get your belongings.
Well, maybe we could catch up another time. I don't know if I caught your names, by the way, lads. Sorry. I'm David Logan. See my
I
name
am
tag.
Lord Cathcart.
Oh, Harry. He shakes vigorously.
Nice to meet you, pal.
But I would, of course, prefer that you call. Now I need to try and remember my first name.
Charles.
Charles. I would, of course, prefer that you call me Charles. Also, I want to give an apology. I'm not very well right now, so I may.
Lord Cathcart's got the flu.
Yeah.
Right.
This looks like us. Everybody stop.
And that says the train stopped.
I better.
Gathering papers I've had with me and stuffing them in my wee bag.
I get my bags, but it's just like a leather doctor's bag, and get my glasses case, my gloves, and I just I'll say goodbye to you lads. If you I'll work just in the in the tune. You know what? I'll give you my cards, and I'll give Lord Cuffcart my card in case he wants to get in contact with me.
I take his card and then pass him an embossed card back.
Yeah.
With Lord Cathcart, and under that obviously says like.
Oh my god. It has a
Wink.
watermark.
I see this happening. And I'm like, oh, and like pull out some scraggly, scuffed up bits of paper that have my name on them.
A moon pokes her head out of the little nook in the thingy and just sort of inquisits around to see who I'm talking to at the time.
I go, oh.
I jump back. Jesus, what is that? Oh, I didn't expect to see a. Didn't know you could take pets on the train.
That is why I've hidden her so well.
Well, I don't well. I put the Lord Cuffcart's very ornate card in my pocket.
As you are doing this, you kind of see like the guy rushing you off. He's like, "Come on, not got all day. We need to get to the next station."
Oh, sorry. Scuttling away.
I get my bag and just head straight to the door without them. Yeah.
I stand up, straighten myself up, and walk out at my own pace.
Okay. Yeah. You guys start heading to the cricket club where you have been told to meet Carter. So we will continue with them and we will come back to Leon. You guys get into the cricket club, and you can see Carter like tall. He seems to be doing like big hand gestures. You can't hear him over the crowd of people, and he seems to have like a few members of a team with him and that. And he's talking to like a man with a very pronounced mustache. Lord Cathcart might recognize him. The guy is quite well off, and he is a politician. He goes by the name of Beauchamp.
I walk over to the group and I'm like, "Hello, was it Beauchamp or Beauchamp?"
Probably Beauchamp.
Okay, just making sure. Walks over and like exaggeratingly, like goes to shake his hand. Beauchamp.
Cathcart, isn't it? And
Yes.
So I remember seeing you in London.
I have frequented the house a few times in my time.
Good. That I did not expect to see other people of ilk in such a small town.
Well, he does tend to keep people around that have funds, shall we say?
Yes. Well, Carter has been trying to pry me of my money recently. Some expedition he has in mind.
Oh, where does this expedition take him this time?
Well, here. You may as well talk to him about the details. I'm sure he's more informed than me.
Okay then. So I walk over to Carter and start chatting away, like because we have obviously known each other a while by this point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he does the big grizzly handshake, and he's interested in you, and then he spots Harry, and he lets go of your hand immediately and goes over and starts like shaking Harry's hand vigorously.
Slightly taken aback by, oh, hello.
I've heard such good things about you. It's the university speaks so highly of your talent. It's quite an honor to meet you, actually.
Oh no, it's more of an honor to me. I'm still shaking because I don't really know what to do.
Yeah, like this goes on for a little bit.
No work
This
in the field.
handshake and the
it's-
no me, no you, me,
Yeah.
no you. And he's like, as in, oh, it's good to finally have someone who could talk shop, as they say. It's lovely to meet you at last. I'm glad you accepted my invitation.
Oh, how could I resist? I mean, the finds could be astonishing. Think about it.
He kind of goes in and whispers that I actually believe there may be more. Just what I've been letting them on. We obviously have to be quiet, suppress, but I will discuss this with you later. It's very
Eyebrows just going
interesting.
up like, oh my god.
It may even make my recent discovery look like a trip down to the shops.
I'm just stunned, don't know what to say.
But discuss that later, not whilst the press is here.
Certainly, yes.
So yeah, it's like as in he's getting drinks for yous if there's any particular drink that yous would have. This is a fancier area. This is the cricket club, little more higher end than the other areas, but like it's quite a nice place. Not quite as nice as Lord Cathcart's used to, but it's like it's not enough for him to stick his nose up it either.
Harry probably would manage to get into some sort of confusion about the drinks, and end up handing one back, and then getting given another one, and then handing another one, and sort of vaguely slapstick nonsense going on.
Cathcart would be appraising the whiskies.
There's actually a surprisingly high amount of whiskies here, like as in there seems to be quite good quality ones. And as yous are doing your appraisal, Margaret enters into the cricket club, who has also had an invitation. However, she was invited for her engineering knowledge.
Hello, everyone. Margaret.
Hey, Cathcart's like shakes your hand. He kind of like acknowledges you, and he's like, "Oh, very nice to meet you. What was your name again?"
Margaret.
Margaret. Oh yes, the engineer. Yes.
Mhm.
We have we really need an engineer on this expedition. Like he's kind of like looking around, like, but we will discuss this when it's quieter.
Secret stuff.
And then it's like as in he kind of like looks around and he's like, oh, the doctor's not here. I hired a doctor to arrive. He should have arrived yesterday. He's not here
Doctors.
yet.
Not the
Was there
like.
anyone else on the train?
There was a doctor along with us. I hand him the card that he'd given me.
He kind of like looks at it. This isn't the one I was looking for, but needs must. If he's going to be tardy, I'll give the opportunity to another gentleman. Would you happen to know where he was going?
He said he worked in the town, and I assume it probably states his address on the card.
He'll kind of like hand it to Margaret, and it's like as in, could you go and collect the doctor for me?
Well, if I must. And then she'll look at it, take note of where it is, and go out the door. Sort of kind of like, really? Puts her coat on and.
Yeah, you leave, and it's you go out into the town. It's quite a nice little town. It's not small, it's not large, but it is quite old, and it's surrounded by 3 hills, and there is a river that goes down the middle of it, and a little bridge. You're crossing the bridge to go over to meet the doctor. And as you arrive at the clinic, you see Dr. Logan's clinic.
Okay, I will knock on the door.
I here at my door, I quickly get myself up and put myself together. Go to open the door. Sorry, my secretary is I'm sorry, I was expecting someone else. I see Margaret. You
Margaret, nice to meet you.
Margaret, thank you. Please come in. I shake her hand.
Well, I have been sent on behalf of Mr. Carter to pick you up. Apparently, he hired you as a doctor for his project. I don't understand exactly what it is yet, but apparently you're late.
I wasn't aware I'd been hired.
Yes.
Scott, would I be aware of Mr. Carter?
Yes, you would be. Howard Carter is quite the celebrity in the UK right now, and the US as well. He's basically like as a very famous archaeologist. On celebrity status.
When you say
He opened the tomb of Tutankhamun.
He's
and-
royal famous.
yeah, like
Like
history
real world
book famous.
Yeah, everyone knows who he is. Yeah.
when you say Howard, sorry, you don't mean sorry, when you say Carter, you don't mean Howard Carter, do you?
It's got a nice first name.
Yes.
Yes, that's the one.
Ah, I'm very much familiar with his work. I'd be very much enthusiastic to have the opportunity to
Come
work
along,
with
dear.
him.
Come on. You're taking a while to get your words out here. Come on. Let's just go.
Well, I've still got my practice. I'd have to close up
We'll just
early.
get your things closed up. Be fine.
Uh,
I mean, your assistant hasn't turned up, so you know.
very well. If you'll just give me a second, I'll close the door quickly to Margaret, and I'll go inside and I'll quickly gather as much as I can in my hospital bag, and then I'll leave, and then I'll remember I forgot my brother's book, and I go back for it, and I just put it underneath my arm, and I go walk out the door. I'm ready to go.
That's it, dear. Take your time. No problem.
Well, it's not like I was given much of a notice. Very well. Here we go.
I'll go
Is
back
this
to the place now.
yeah, I'll head back with Margaret.
As you head back to the cricket club, Carter's trying to like brush away the press and stuff like that, trying to get the core team together. As he's exited them, he kind of like goes looks at Margaret and is like, "Is this the Dr. Logan?"
David.
Yes, this is Dr. Logan.
David, very nice to meet you. And he kind of like shakes your hand. It's like it's always good to have medical on hand, just in case. I look forward to working with you.
It's amazing to meet you, Mr. Carter. I've followed a lot of your work. Me and my brother both did. We were big fans.
But I'm sure it's nothing. He kind of like waves his hand. He's like, as in if what my theories are correct, that's going to look nothing compared to what the adventure you're going to be on. Your brother will be very proud. I'm sure he'll love to hear all your stories.
It's very appreciative of you to say. It'll mean a lot to him. Do you but you say an adventure. What do you mean? I just assumed that you were not feeling well when Margaret didn't say much about the job.
Oh, yes, I suppose I should inform you all about what I have in store. Yes, these three hills around this town, they don't make geographical sense. One of them seems to not belong here. It's almost like it's created, or perhaps like a meteor or something's hit the earth and the grass has formed over it over time. Either or is a massive discovery, and we are going to dig into it to find out what's there.
I look at everyone.
Interesting. And do you think we
So
might
what
find anything of great value?
It's well, we, obviously with archaeology, there is always the risk, but with the initial samples, the stone does not seem that's underneath it does not seem. We don't recognize the rock. Do you
They've been
understand
brought
what
here
I'm
from the
saying?
area.
As in the actual
We
what it's made out of.
This may be something from not here.
Why do you exactly need an engineer if that's the case?
Well, we need someone to operate the drill.
I
That's
mean,
very fair enough. You do realise a lot of people can operate drills, however.
but
Not to the drill that I want to use.
Okay.
surely like that can't be our first thought, Mr. Carter. Maybe it's just like a hidden base or something like that. Surely there'll be a record or something.
We have scoured the records. You are free to go and look, to see if you find any information on it. But during our initial researches, it's like it doesn't make sense. This hill's always been here, but it doesn't seem to be of here. So it's like it may have some ores that may prove valuable. We may get it's literally unknown what we can find in there.
There could be pottery shards.
There could be, there could be, there could be
All kinds.
there could be dinosaurs. There could be anything.
Hmm.
Creatures that we've
Do
never come.
dinosaurs really exist, though?
Kind of like looks over at you.
She just laughs. I'm just kidding.
Oh, thank goodness. I know there's the rumors of the fake fossils and stuff like that, but we are obviously above this
Of
petty
course.
squabble between them. I will be honest, I did not expect dinosaurs to come up properly. I cannot remember. I just remember two people were faking dinosaurs at this time period. um. So
Can I ask? Maybe it's already been spoke about, but is there some kind of payment flying about, or like
trust me, you'll be very well off. But think of the esteem that you will gain as well. For instance, you will be in the newspapers. You will be a world famous doctor, which money can't buy. However, on top of that, it's going to be roughly £100 per day.
per day?
My word.
How many days
his glasses
exactly
off.
do you expect
I don't
us to
expect it.
need
I
for
do not expect it to be many days. This is the
Okay.
initial finding. But I do
Let me
pay
just
that
write that
for
down.
I do pay that for secrecy. We do not want other people getting involved before we find out what's down there.
Is that why you're not doing it yourself?
Oh no,
To
I'm
not
joining
bring.
you. I'm joining you.
Oh,
Me
okay.
and my team, my photography team. You are my team.
Oh, good stuff.
I wouldn't.
For
Do you
backup.
think I'd miss out on an opportunity like this?
Well, it's
Well, from
gonna be
what I've
hard.
heard, of course not.
It's gonna be hard kicking about with a celebrity and not getting noticed. You know what I mean?
Yes, in town that may be the case. But when we're doing the dig, they'll all be too late to discover it. If anyone enters, in fact, you do prove a good point. Perhaps if you could get some hired muscle to ensure that no one comes into the caves or no one bothers us whilst we're doing our work.
I know a guy.
That could be.
Don't
I
you
think
worry.
I think I know a few
I
guys into
will.
yeah.
I will point out. There is a rugby club in Langholm.
I was gonna suggest a rugby club, yeah.
So yeah. Yes, if you could gather them today, and we'll probably start the dig tomorrow. If you all agree.
Yes, eager to get started. Yes, definitely.
Yes,
I knew you would be.
very much up for it.
Has
It
had
will be
a little bit too much of the sparkling wine that's been on offer.
Your glass was never empty.
I didn't notice people filling it though. It's like
The never-ending glass.
Mhm. So the rest of you, do you agree?
Absolutely.
Kinda
Uh,
have to. Yeah.
It kind
I
of
mean,
like
if
looks
the-
over at Lord Cathcart and it's like, as in, obviously I was hoping for some financing on this dig.
Of course, you were hoping for some financing.
Beauchamp is
You're the posh one then.
he does not believe the stories. I
Give
was
me a
hoping.
little time with him. I'll see if I can convince him to back this first. As you know, the orphanages take most of my finance.
Of course.
I walk
What
over to.
orphanages do you run?
I run a few down in Lack. I also run a few down in London, of course, because as you know,
I
the
was from
poor's.
one of those in London.
Were you?
Yes.
Interesting. I've never met someone who's succeeded from one of my orphanages.
that
Well,
was
I'm
the
not
least sincere, interesting I've
entirely
ever
sure
heard.
it was your orphanage necessarily, but I am from there.
I will point
Had to
out
work my way up, but
Margaret
managed it.
is the youngest but second woman to have ever passed the engineering exam. It's actually quite a success. You probably have heard of it actually.
I walk over to Beauchamp and I'm like, fine, sir. So I hear that you don't truly believe that Carter's onto much.
You know the hogwash we get offered on a daily basis. Aliens, lizard people, creatures from the deep. Nonsense.
As you know, I was with Carter the last time people said that, and he turned out to be telling the truth. So I mean,
Well, I had a dream, and it wasn't very good, so best keep an
I
eye out, everyone.
I think you should avoid the cheese before you go to bed, dear. It gives
I don't
me
eat
awful
cheese,
nightmares
silly
as well.
man. I don't
Ha-
eat cheese. Lactose intolerant. Have you never heard of the word?
No. I'm too rich for these poor people diseases.
how about this, Beauchamp? If you back this up, I will perhaps put your name alongside mine in some of the orphanages.
Well, you happen to know that he is trying to move up the political ladder right now, and yeah, I'm not even going to make you make a persuasion roll for that actually. Yes, you make a fair deal. Reputation is important right now. Important. Yes, I'll fund his little expedition. But, however, I want you to keep an eye on him, and if it seems like he is wasting my money, I want you to inform me immediately, and we will cut off this dig.
I agree to that completely. I mean, I wouldn't be here if I thought it was absolutely useless now, would I? There are a few sessions in Parliament that I would like to be a part of.
Of course, that's down later when we're at the bar. We'll talk about that. I don't talk politics until I'm at least 3 drinks in, and I'm only 2 right now.
So you agree to the
Pour a drink
funding
in his
then?
face.
He kind of like looks over and shouts to Eric Carter, "You've got your money."
I'd rejoin the rest of the group.
It's at this point that we recognise Lord Cathcart. Did I see you on the train this morning?
Yes, Dr. Logan, you did.
Ah, that must have been how they heard of me. I appreciate
Trains are
the
very interesting, you know.
putting a good word for me.
I did. I thought I could also have a few looks over your brother's notes while others were doing other things as well.
I bought is the book I was looking at this morning with me. I can't make head nor tails of the thing, so if you ever want to have a look at it, help yourself, mate.
Thank you.
So what are you guys doing?
What time is
I
it?
would like to inspect the drill that I'll be using.
Okay. It's roughly 2 p.m.
I'd want to go to find the rugby club. I think I'd know them from not from playing rugby, but maybe from drinking the pub or that kind of thing. Where
Fix
would
the
I
broken
find?
bones.
Yeah, you know that they would be just not long finished their training session and will be in the bar celebrating. Even though they never played a game, they celebrate even their training sessions.
Yeah, I'll say to the group. I know some of the lads from the rugby club, so I'll go and find them, see if they are up for working for a muscle. What should I ask to say that we're gonna pay them if they ask?
Well, they will be paid £20 per day.
£20, that's still quite a lot. I'm sure they'll jump at the chance.
Yeah, it's still a ridiculous amount, but it's like much less than what you're getting. So, yeah. So, you go to the rugby club. Sorry, I'm just trying to look for.
I'll say to Harry and Lord Cathcart, what is it you guys are doing? Are you wanting to come with me, or are you checking out the drill with Margaret? Or doing something else?
I'll come with you, Dr. Logan. I find that I can be quite persuasive sometimes.
Aye, well, just let me do the talking, eh? They don't really fancy much of the posh types, you know what I mean?
I'd like to talk to Carter a bit longer.
Cool. So you two leave, and I'm assuming Margaret's already left to go and inspect the drill.
Yes, she will have.
Cool. And was Harry wanting to discuss anything, or was this just like chatting?
It was just a little aside. It was just like he goes up and sort of quietly goes, "So there'll be a lady with us."
Oh yes, there are actually 2 ladies with us, both engineers.
he actually blushes slightly, like, "Oh, they'll be staying in separate tents then."
Of course, we're not savages.
Relief, just relief.
Just what were you asking, Harry? I believed you to be an upstanding gentleman.
He's just like, well, I would have had to stay outside and because ladies and
Keep your very, very hormones to yourself, Harry. One of the engineers is betrothed to my good friend Beauchamp, and this
Of course.
Marjorie. Yes, Marjorie. She seems like a very decent woman, and you will not lay your filthy hands on her whilst I am watching, or you will get some fisticuffs. Do you understand me?
I would never besmirch a lady's honour.
Good. I'm glad to make it clear. I understand that being in the university, you're not used to seeing many women for long periods of time, but you will readjust.
Harry was like basically planning in his head how far away he had to be from anything going on to not besmirch someone's honor. Like, do I have to go and sleep down the hill? I don't know.
Listen.
Okay. So we will now switch to Margaret. Yeah, there seems to be a woman, she seems to be like tinkering with it. It seems to be some kind of vehicle that's like got the drill attached to it. It seems to be quite powerful. You've never seen anything like it. This is state-of-the-art technology.
Just light up. This looks fabulous. Hello, I'm Margaret.
The girl kind of like looks round at you, and you actually recognise her. It's Dorothy. She was in the year above you, in at the university. She was the first woman engineer. Oh.
Dorothy, do you remember me?
Oh, yes, I remember you.
You've done so well. I had to follow in your footsteps.
Really, it's only just a simple, like, I've only just, like, we should have been accepted a long time ago, but I've not really done anything yet. Just, I've been working on this with, but it's obviously a team effort. No one person builds anything
Looks
by themselves.
fabulous. So how does it work exactly?
Oh, yes, basically it's an automobile with like a drill attached to it. It will allow us to drill through thicker rock. I will point out to anyone watching, I do not know if any type of like construction drill existed in the 1920s. Probably didn't, but
Does now.
it does now in our world.
It does in this universe. In this universe, it does.
Looks absolutely fabulous.
Mhm.
Have you used it yet?
Oh yes, we've done rudimentary tests, but we've not tested it on this material yet. We will be doing this tomorrow.
How well have the tests gone? Good so far, I presume?
It cuts man-hour power down by like it would take days for what this can do in hours. It's an amazing piece of machinery.
It looks fabulous. She has a little glint in her eye.
Mhm,
It's like the best thing she's ever seen.
mhm. Obviously, it's I mean, I actually requested you specifically. I must admit.
You did?
Yes, it's.
I'm
I
honored.
remember. I remember the teacher speaking highly of you. It's a shame that we weren't in the same year, but yeah, it's good to work with someone that understands the position that we're in.
It is. I'm very excited.
Okay. So yeah, you guys just talk shop for as long as you want, unless you have any specific
Yeah.
questions. Okay. We switch back to Cathcart and Dr. Logan.
I'm just gonna go straight to the pub that I know that they'll be in. What does like the pub look like, kind of thing? Is it like a fancy kind of place?
It's not fancy, but it's not like crap either. They are
Right.
still a wee bit well off, but they're not well off like wearing fancy suits kind of well off. They're more well off like they've got leisure time well off. but all of them are just basically like, they're not like, because we're talking about 1920s here, they're not like bodybuilder muscle, but
Yeah.
like we would call it like worker muscle, like construction guy muscle we've
Yeah.
got. There's a few ones that are massive compared to you, but there are a few ones that are about your height, but like they're all solid.
Okay. Well, when I walk into the pub, I'll let my eyes adjust to the light a wee bit, and then I'll.
Ah, Dr. Logan, get him a pint. He fixed my leg last week.
I appreciate that, pal. No problem. Come in next time for your prescription, by the way. I'll pat
I don't
Mr.
talk about that in front of the guys. My wife will blush.
Ah, no problem. By the way, Rash is gone, innit? Aye, the door. Yeah. Here. Cathcart. What you want to drink, mate?
Do you have whiskey?
Yeah, we have whiskey.
Do they have whiskey? Yeah, they have whiskey, pal. Alright. I'll say to the. I'll just go right up to the bar. Yeah. Pint. There's pain, and I'll get a whiskey for guy here.
Cool.
Nothing too expensive.
So yeah, exchange the cash and he brings it over. The whiskey is not as nice as in the cricket club. Cathcart, whether he is, it's not what we would call a bad whiskey, but we are not Lord Cathcart, so I do not know how he feels about this.
He takes a drink. Initially, his like face changes, but then he, of course, being a gentleman, tries to keep his face looking like it's a perfectly pleasant whiskey.
I'll go right up to let's see. I think I see the rubber guys in here. I'll walk to them with Cathcart.
So, yeah, it's like, and they're all just like basically doing burly things like bumping each other's chests and drinking, and like there's two ones like arm wrestling in the corner.
I'll go up to behind one of them and say, "Ho! I thought you were a bard in here." Just jokingly.
He kind of like panics for a second. He's like, I settled my bill last week, and then turns around and looks up at you. It's like, oh, you bastard.
Yeah, right,
And
pal.
then as soon as he
What
says,
was
oh,
it?
you bastard, the other guy slams his horn down.
Ooh, unlucky. I had a wager on him, didn't I? Alright. It's good to see you, lads. Good game today. No, usual.
It's just training. Every game's a good game, especially on a day like this.
Aye. Here.
It's not a nice day. It's just grey. It's like it's not raining or
Yeah.
anything, but it's not a nice day.
Aye, well, it's actually I'm actually mean to talk to you, lads. I'm sure you might be tired after your rugby session or whatnot, but I'm really a bit of a job for you, and I was wondering if you might want to take up on it. You guys are like into the construction and that kind of thing, right?
Some of the guys are, not always.
Not all is I, but you've got like, you know, you wouldn't be too bad on a you wouldn't look at a place on a work site. That's all I'll say. Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose. It's like maybe he would, nah? And then points at like Cathcart. But yeah,
I will.
what is it you're wanting? It's like, is it lifting bricks? I mean, it's like if you want a hand, we can give you a hand, but
See, you know that big hill, not too far from town, the weird one, the one that looks like out of place.
what one?
You know the one I'm talking about.
There's 3 hills.
The one that that looks a little bit like fucked up, mate. You know what I mean?
Oh, what a hill? The one with the fucking monument on it.
Aye, that one. Look, don't spread this about, right? But they're digging that up. I think they've like maybe like they're wanting to find out something about it, find out like why it looks all fucked up or that. I'm not really in for like the ins and outs of it. But what I do know is that I'm paying a shitload for it. They're gonna be paying you guys 20 quid a day.
As
I mean,
soon as you say that, like every one of them just sort of quietens and looks at you.
Aye.
I'm
Well,
in.
He's all
Um,
in then, lads.
You see a few of them humming and hawing for a few seconds. It's like, what's the work though?
It's just digging. Not much. You guys will be
He
done.
wants us to dig down the hill. That'll take months. I am in for it. £20 an hour. Use a spade.
20 quid a day, mate. Don't. This is 1920s.
I will point out to you. They were not being hired to do digging.
Oh,
No,
they're
they were
not.
hired to be muscle.
Oh,
Dr.
muscle.
Logan, it wasn't to do the digging that we needed these fine chaps. We needed them to perhaps keep the press from seeing exactly what Dr. Carter was planning.
All right. I was just assuming. Oh, that's even better than lads. You're just getting paid for just like standing about and just making sure no one comes close to us while we're doing our work. That's easy,
We would
lads.
also ask for your discretion, if that is possible.
Aye, that too.
They're all just drinking it. It's like,
Sign these papers.
aye, we're all well known for our silence as they're drinking their pints. It's like, did you get that rash
£20 a day,
sorted?
they can be silent. Wow.
Mhm.
So what do you say about it, lads?
So when do you want us to start?
I look at my watch about now.
Now?
Kinda, aye.
Yeah, I've got to
must
go and
say
tell
it's
my
a-
wife.
It's a tall order, lads, but
I don't know if
it's
I can
better.
do this in the day. I should point out that they
I
did say the
thought it
dig
was
was starting
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Yeah,
They can't have you being a judge
I'm
in
fine.
I've
there.
only
my
been on this
watch,
job
right,
a few
wrong.
hours, Margaret. You're not.
How
I forgot to
about we
account for
give them
daylight
some?
savings.
How about we give them some time, Dr. Logan, and perhaps have them convene tomorrow?
I like how this posh cunt. No, sorry for that one. I didn't.
No,
It's a normal
I'm-
one in Scotland. I didn't mean to use that swear
Really?
word. But yeah, this posh guy. um, I like how he talks.
Tomorrow
Thank
is
you.
then, lads.
So yeah, they continue drinking. Or is there any other questions you want to ask them?
Nah, not much. But hey, like, you guys know anything about that hill, by the way? Like, you ever heard like any like stories about it? Anything that might like sound a bit odd to you? You guys have lived there all your lives. You must know something.
Nah, it's just a hill. It's like, and it's got that monument at the top of it. I've heard rumours.
What's the monument to again? By the way, I've not been up there in ages.
I will get it now. I'm trying to remember which monument. Because I have notes on these things.
While this is happening, I'm sort of standing away from people, like turning around and holding the whiskey to the cat, giving the cat a little drink.
It's the Malcolm Monument.
Malcolm Monument. Well, I think that's all I really had to say to you lads. Cathcart, do you want to have a drink and then head, or is there anything you guys you're wanting to do?
I'll just finish up this drink and I'll ask: is there any sort of snacks? That do you have any sandwiches or the likes?
Could ask for you. Bartender. Do you know if you have any sandwiches or that?
I feel like the bartender's gonna go, "Oh, sandwiches."
Love it.
Right, we've got pie.
All right.
Could I have a pie, please?
No,
Is it
no, you
tomato
don't.
pie?
You don't. No, you don't want a pie. Don't want a pie. He's alright. We're fine. We're fine.
I turn to Dr. Logan. It's not for me, and then I like sort of.
Oh, oh, that's fine then. Yeah, it'll come out cold.
Yeah, it basically just sticks a pie up on the table.
I pick up the pie and sort of like is I go to leave. I start to leave after I pay for the pie.
Nice. Hey, yeah. So, is there anything else you guys want to do for today?
I can't think
Whereabouts
of
is it we're
anything.
staying?
There's a hotel in the centre of town. Yous are all staying there in different rooms.
I sort of start to head back to the hotel. As I do, like Amun jumps out of the little hidey hole.
If I live in the town, would I be able to have a home? I know we didn't talk about this before.
Yeah, you'll have a home. Sorry.
Do I not live there?
Do you want to live here?
I thought I did.
If you wanted to be from Langholm, you are from Langholm.
I'll go home. Yeah.
Because like I assumed you had took your automobile here. I thought you were living down in London.
Yeah,
is
that's
what you
true.
said.
Actually, yeah. Sorry.
I'm
not. Yeah.
but it's
Actually,
okay.
no, I've just forgot. Sorry.
It's
I
a
throw
lovely
little
place.
bits of pie to Amun as I'm
And
walking.
there's nothing weird going here at all.
Cool. So you guys go home. Lord Cathcart, as you give the cat the pie, it bites into it a wee bit. I want fish.
Of course you want fish. It's always fish with you.
Don't
Oh,
want
okay.
stinking pie. Give me a fish.
I
Fish,
will find
fish,
you
fish.
fish, Amun. I will find you fish somewhere.
Is
there a
cat
restaurant?
talking?
The cat is talking to him.
Is there a restaurant? Yeah, I can talk to cats.
I love it. This is
Okay.
fantastic.
Are you the
I
only
like-
one that can hear them?
I like that
Yes.
Amun's
Yeah.
voice is Scott's voice. It's perfect.
Especially since it's a Sphinx cat. So is there like a fish salesman or something I can go to buy
Yeah,
the
there
damn
is
cats and fish?
there is a fishmonger.
I head to the fishmonger.
Okay, you exchange money and that, and you get a nice. I'm trying to think of what fish would be around
Haddock.
this area. Yeah, haddock.
If it's
It's middle. It's yeah. It's more central. It's like in central UK. It's just in the. It's near Dumfries kind of place. I've only picked this because I wanted somewhere right in the middle for. England.
haddock would probably be the best then.
Yeah.
So-
So
So I start giving Amun a little bit of haddock. You happy now?
you're giving me butt scratches later. 3. No more,
Exactly,
no
3,
less.
no more. As always, Amun, I am your loyal servant.
As long as you know where you're stoning.
Now open the store. Good.
I have a question. This is a character. Margaret, do you have your cat with you?
Probably. She wouldn't have left it at home by itself if she just drove from London. So yeah, I'll have my cat.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, you go back to the hotel. And is anybody interacting over the night, or is it just going straight to the next day?
I read the newspapers and then tuck myself in, and Amun sleeps at the end of the bed as always.
I like tucked in, all excited. Like, oh,
My
Christmas
cat snuggles
squirrels.
in with me.
It's like this. The cat is lying on the bed, and you're reading your paper, and it's just like clawing the bed.
I assume you want the butt scratches now.
No, I want out.
You can't go out.
I want out.
You can go out when I say you can go out. You know this, Amun.
Don't you tell me what to do. I want out.
You're not my real father.
Not now, Amun. Amun, you will get out in the morning.
You
Be
better.
civilized. If you want any
Fine.
more haddock tonight,
Fine.
I give him a little bit of haddock.
Just starts
Staring down
eating
the
it and just
pigeon.
sitting in that wee. A grumpy face.
So were you
Yeah.
a cat in a former life?
Hmm?
Were you a cat in a previous life?
So, anybody else before? Sorry, what's everybody doing their morning routines? Anybody want to do anything before you get to the?
I will draw my tarots again.
You start drawing your tarots, and you just keep getting the same result.
Bad.
Hmm.
This is very bad, Tommy. I'm not sure what to do. Should I tell someone? Should I not? Most people just think I'm mad when I say something. Yeah, that's
'Cause you
exactly
can
what I
understand.
thought. Oh wow. I'll just have to.
Scott is now
I just have
cat.
to look out. Just have to look out for the two of us, I guess. Come on, Mister. Let's go.
Is it a bed and breakfast?
Yeah, you get your breakfast, you get fed and stuff like that.
As I'm sitting at the breakfast, I'm having like a quiet, hushed conversation with the men. Nothing in particular, just, chatting with the cat.
I might come up with more cat stereotypes for
No,
you.
no, like.
Cat's dictating the new book to you.
Stare at my
Next
butthole.
page.
I'm like, I'm in, not in public.
Stare at my butthole.
No, what they want you to do is smell it.
Yeah.
That's why they're doing that. So go, smell my
Sniff.
buffy anal glands.
Sniff, you need to know me.
Sit normally and you will gain more haddock.
Sits back down.
I give him more haddock.
The little suction cup effect that the Sphinx cats have on things.
Yeah.
Because they have no fur in the way.
Mhm. This is where this game is went.
I'll say something for my characters, so that we don't end on that. My since my brother left me these books, my character has been sleepwalking, like in his house a lot more, and he just wakes up in different areas. And this morning he'll wake up outside, and he doesn't know how he got there. That's. I'll just go back inside.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So no, it's no bother. So yeah, after that, whilst you're having your sleepwalking, you seem to have a dream of going down a dark tunnel towards a light, and that's what you were walking towards, and you just ended up outside.
I looked down at my feet. I'm just like barefoot, just in my PJs. And I just not again. I'm gonna have to tie myself to the bed next time. Jesus, this must be getting to me more than I thought I was. And I'll just go inside, and I'll just try and avoid any neighbours who see me.
No one has noticed you, and anyone that might have noticed you, if you've been doing this for quite a while now, they're probably used to you doing it by now. It's not a big town. You've probably been seen. Okay, so yeah, you go back in. You all get your breakfast. You going to the dig now?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
Sorry, Chris.
No, I wasn't saying anything. I
Alright.
accidentally pressed the button.
Yeah, you all get towards the digging. Carter's like yelling orders, even though he doesn't know how the machine works. It's like, as in, rev it louder, make it go faster. As the Carol is like riding it, and it's just like, aye, sure, like that kind of face. So there's a lot of noise, and as they said, the rugby guys are all just standing there looking tough. There's a few ones that are like pushing people back. So what do you do?
I
I-
guess
Well,
I'll go up
to
to sorry, I'll go up to Carter and be like, where do you want me? Where should we start? Where should I start?
Well, we're digging the hole over there. It's we discovered something this morning. I think the hill may be hollow.
Oh, marvelous. Chambers.
Yes, like caverns, perhaps, which
Chamber
may
of
help
Secrets.
us.
Sorry.
If
Oh,
there's, if
except for a snake in the walls, it's just got to be a moon, just like us.
I'll
Fish!
I'll say to Kafka, if there's caverns, who are we sending in for them to check them out?
Oh, once we get through the initial shell, we're going to go into the caverns and have a search.
You mean us?
All of us, yeah.
Interesting.
I need you here. I need the doctor in case someone gets injured. What if somebody falls down a pit and breaks their leg?
I guess I could help with that. Aye, that's fine. Yeah, sure, mate.
If you don't
Yeah, I
want to
just
be here, I
wasn't.
could pay another doctor.
No, I understand that. I just wasn't
Sympathetic.
expecting there to be catacombs. I just thought just help on the building site, which makes sense to me. But aye, if you're needing me to come with you down there, more than happy to.
Rachel, like, girl draws you over.
I walk over. Yes,
Do you want a turn?
absolutely.
Okay, either roll me a drive or a mechanical engineer, whichever's highest.
See, now I'm just getting flashes of, you know, when Valkyrie's manning that massive gun?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's mechanical engineering?
I know you've got both of them. It's just whatever one's
I've got
highest.
mechanical repair. Where is it? I've got engineering.
Yeah, roll that.
There's
Yeah,
Or drive, whatever one was highest.
the engineering was highest, I
Cool.
think.
Yeah, that was a hard success. So what happens is you actually get this thing operating faster. It's like you take to it instinctively, and she looks very
This is
impressed at you,
fantastic.
and you just go
Du-du-du-du-du.
straight in, and this cavern opens up into a black hole. Carter starts bringing out torches and handing it to everybody.
That was very satisfying.
Yeah, everybody seems impressed. I knew I should have hired you.
I am good at my job.
Yeah. So, I'll go in first. Carter kind of like shrugs and he kind of goes in, and his cameraman kind of like follows in right behind him. And like a few of the rugby guys go in with him, and then they're expecting sort of yous to come in as well.
Oh, I'm eager. Harry's right in there.
Yeah, I'm assuming
The
Harry's
one
actually
thing
up
he's
next to
comfortable with.
Carter.
I'll go behind the rugby guys.
Amin and I will walk alongside Dr. Logan.
So, time to get the music going again. So, he's walking down these caverns for about 2 hours so far. Most of the team seems to be quite quiet with the lights and that. He's looking around and it's like the stone's very smooth at bits, but other bits it's like normal what you would expect in a cavern. This is a very strange material, whatever this is. You see a few like archaeologists like brushing off little bits of the stone as you are going in, but it's like very hard to see. You are all using torches and lanterns.
I'm gonna like be like looking like really close to the wall, seeing if I can figure out what it is just by looking at it.
You have never seen stone like this. It's almost like coal, but very like marble out of coal, if that makes sense. It's like very black material. It's very smooth at bits and rough at others. It doesn't seem to make sense. It's like it doesn't seem like it seems like it's all made of the same thing, but not at the same time.
Are there any markings in it, or?
Roll me a spot hidden.
Oh, I will do that. Where are we?
Or an archaeology.
I could do an archaeology. Do I just click it? Let's find out. Yes, success.
Cool. Let's see how hard a success it was.
56 out of 100.
But that is a typical success. As you are looking around, seems to be scratch marks on some of this stone.
I just like run my fingers over it, like, and just like mutter about it. There's marks on this, but they don't look like writing to me.
When you touch it, you're like, you realize how hard this stone is, and because you're an archaeologist and that, you try to like chip a bit of the stone off. You can't even. It's like really hard to get the stone off with the knife and properly prying, and like using a chisel and that as you're hammering away at it. Whatever's cut this stone and clawed this stone must have been strong.
It's fascinating, Carter. What is this material?
I think it's a new type. It was well worth it already, and who knows what other mysteries we'll find underneath.
Or an old type, I guess, technically.
Very good joke there.
Yes, very funny. He just kind of like looks around us. As you continue down the cavern, it starts to open more. And you kind of like get into this opening. It's like you can't see the walls easily, and it seems to go down, and you actually start to notice there's steps here. Like actual steps, man-made steps.
Oh.
I ask Amin if, like quietly, obviously, because I don't want people to think I'm talking to my cat. I ask her quietly. Do you see anything with your, catness?
Kind of like
What do your cat eyes see?
Kind of like looks around, and it's like big thing. Watching.
Big thing watching. Does it look dangerous?
Yes. Very dangerous.
So I
I go home now. And he gets out your jacket. And I don't, unless you try to grab him, he is going to try and go back to the exit.
I try and grab him. And
I don't want to be here.
more haddock.
I don't care about Haddock. I don't want to be here.
You know the sort of nice things you get when you come on these adventures I'm in?
Fine. But if you die, I'm eating you.
Fair enough. I have no use for my body at that point.
Yeah. So, you continued in this cavern. Are you looking around with your torch and that?
I sort of say like, I have a slight feeling that we're not alone here.
Carter's walking his eye. Don't be ridiculous.
Aye.
Well, if there was anything here, it's long dead.
Aye.
Hmm.
Definitely.
Always something here. Around
Right.
us.
I mean, you saw the opening. It's been sealed off for years, right? There wasn't any evidence of it being moved.
There are things beyond your ken, Dr. Logan.
You might
Things
not be able
beyond
to
your ken.
see what's here, but it'll be here.
Yeah. One of the rugby guys just like starts shoving forward, and he's like, "What a bunch of pansies you lot are!" And just starts like marching down the stairs, like ahead of you.
You'll be the first to die. Sorry.
Be careful you don't stand on anything, any important artifacts.
Suddenly, Arthur, Harry, and Cathcart, you feel wind blow by your face. And then you just suddenly hear that rugby guy ahead just fucking going, "Ah!"
I'll run
Told
towards
him.
him. I'll
I,
run towards the screaming.
as you run ahead,
Dear
He's
God, he
not-
must have fallen.
he's not there.
Shit.
Roll me a sanity check, Dr. Logan.
I must have taken him.
Where? Okay, this is the. Is it just on where it says sanity?
Yeah, just roll a sanity
Yeah,
check.
that's it.
I think while that's happening, I'm like looking around with my torch to see if I can see any holes or anything that someone might have fallen into.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for as well. I was like, he must have fell down
Yeah.
some kind of trap hole or something. No, I'm
Shout
just gonna
back
like,
if you can hear us.
I'm gonna feel about the walls to see like if there's any like trapdoors or anything.
You're feeling the walls, and there aren't any like trapdoors or anything. But as you are like walking down the stairs, with the light, it's like you get to a landing, and this seems to be like stone, not like this kind of stone that you've been in, but actual stone, like mason stone.
This is a fascinating change in stonework here.
Yeah, it looks actually like well made. Like
Carter's kind of like looking around, going, "Is there a civilization down here?
Why?
They must have been buried like this." And then, like, if Harry would like to do an archaeology roll as well.
I will do.
Why would you bother making something in this
69.
like this in this town? I mean, we
Harry,
don't even have a Pizza Hut.
Harry, you realise that this might be like, this stonework might be thousands of years old.
Can
Oh,
I
this looks
have a
really
look
old.
around to see if there's anything that would interest the people that I'm associated with?
Everything here would be interesting to the people you're associated with. it's like whatever took that rugby guy or whatever happened to him. This screams like weird stuff, and you know they like to know about weird stuff.
I begin sort of taking mental notes of everything now.
Carter's still continuing. It's like, listen, he's probably fell and hurt himself somewhere. We might find him further into the chambers. It's like he might have got ahead. He is a rugby guy. He's probably faster than the doctor.
If he had fell, we would have seen scuff marks. Maybe some kind of like, I don't know, blood or something. I don't see anything. He's just disappeared. I think we can go out on our own. We need to stay in twos in case one of us happens to the same thing.
That's a good idea, just to be safe. We don't want to lose each other. So he kind of like grabs onto Harry's shoulder, and he's like, "We'll stick to twos."
Alright.
Okay.
I'll grab onto like Margaret, like just arm in arm if she lets me.
Let's go back on his cat.
I grab onto like a few of the rugby players. How about threes?
Okay, lads.
Come along.
You continue down to the chambers.
Is it quite tight?
It wasn't. It was opening up, but now it's getting tighter again, and it's getting very tight. Like,
Single file.
yeah, and like walking on your side, like it's like squeezing through.
Okay.
I'm like, I'm in.
Yeah.
Could you act as a sentry of sorts?
No.
I will double the nice things.
No.
Triple the nice things.
That makes a fair bargain.
Okay. I let the cat out of the pocket to.
A totally normal cat pocket.
The cat like just kind of like squeezes through everybody, and being a cat, like just like rubs up against everybody as it goes, and it just kind of like looks up at Harry. Meow. Just continues.
Harry's literally there's a cat. No one answers.
Hey,
No.
listen.
No need to bother about him in. She simply is taking point for now.
Okay, good.
And
Cat.
does Margaret keep her cat on her as well?
Margaret's cat is not with her.
Okay.
Not
I was
down.
gonna say.
Not down here.
You're a responsible pet owner.
He is in the car sleeping.
Well,
Next
Amin's
to
not
me.
really a pet.
He's just fast asleep in the
A
back of the
co-worker.
car, like.
So yeah, the cat kind of like goes on ahead and that. Are you still continuing to walk down, or are you just waiting on the cat to return? I don't imagine. How are you going to convince them this, Chris?
Just continue on, like Amin
Yeah, I
will
don't
come
know
back.
this plan, so I'm just gonna keep going. I
Yeah,
have no idea about this cat-human conversation going on.
I'm not waiting on a cat.
I'm just gonna keep walking, figuring where I haven't stopped.
Okay. Can I get everyone to do a size check, please?
Oh, right, yes. Size.
I'm surprisingly quite big.
We all passed.
I think Harry must
Yeah.
be skinny as fuck because
It's
he's
kinda-
quite tall.
I'm surprised you so passed. I thought somebody would fail. It's getting really, really, really tight, but like maybe even the big ones have been on a diet recently, and it's like you kind of like have to like crouch a wee bit because you're losing height as well, and it's just getting tighter and tighter as you go, and then it finally reopens into a strange area. Kind of like looks like an altar.
Oh, so it's like a raised bit, and
Yeah. It's like the stone's been carved. It looks like it's been done by humans, and there's an altar.
Is there any like torches I can light, or is there any kind of like light?
You do have
You're
torches.
carrying them.
But is there torches on walls or like a
Sconces.
No, there isn't, but you could like look around the altar and that if you want to get a bit more light. You've got lanterns. Everybody has torches.
I call him in back.
I'm gonna head straight for the altar
cat
because
kinda, like, comes back.
archaeologist. So
I'll look around the walls.
Cool. I'll start with Harry first. Yeah, Harry, are you looking specifically at the altar?
yeah, I'm looking for like any signs of who made it, any marks, any symbols, anything at all that I might be able to read in order to find out whose this is.
Cool.
Place it in a time frame.
Okay, this looks old. Maybe 1,000 years old. Not as old as the rest of the building, sorry, the rest of the place. It's weird, it's like things are from different times here.
Place doesn't make a lot of sense. This has seen more than one use. There's been some of it looks extremely old, and other parts just old.
There is writing on this altar.
Is it? Do I recognize it as writing? And am I able to figure out what the writing is?
What languages do you know?
Oh god, I can't even remember what I picked. Oh god, where do I look for it? I don't think I even wrote it down, so I don't know.
I'll check the net. Alright, well, I know one of you has languages.
I do.
So
well,
yeah.
maybe I would back Kafka over because previously he showed the talent for languages, so maybe I'd back him over and say, take a look at this.
I have a look at it. Do I recognize any of the languages? And also, can I do a roll to see if I've seen anything like this before?
You recognise the language, you've got a high enough score in it. This is Chinese.
This is interesting. For some reason, there is Chinese on that altar.
Chinese?
Food or
what?
Yeah, it is. It is certainly one of the Chinese languages.
What's Chinese language doing underneath this town?
Well,
we
I
don't
mean,
even have a Chinese in this town.
I'll be from the Chinese quarter of town.
yeah,
Nah,
I didn't think there was a Chinese here. Sounds nice.
I will
Never
give
had
you.
Chinese before.
I will give you the tips. This is extremely weird.
We don't even have a takeaway.
What is the takeaway?
Can I get Logan to do a sanity check since the keeper rule has puns of modern day? You have to do a sanity check to see if Logan actually does think that. Because you're around Cthulhu mythos stuff and strange eons happen.
Oh no.
I failed. I don't know.
Can you roll me a d4?
Yes. Rolling dice. It's taking longer than I expected for some reason. Why is Roll20 taking ages to roll? Okay, 1. Is that good?
Oh.
It's actually good in the case of this. You take 1 sanity off your maximum sanity.
That's not too bad.
Yeah, you're just like, what the hell's a takeaway? Why did I think takeaway?
Forget that one. Forget that failure. I didn't.
Can I roll for my occult on the?
Yes, if you want to roll your occult on this, because you understand the language.
Can I do a tarot reading on the table? What's it called?
Altar.
Altar. Thank you.
You can in a second. I'm just got to give Chris his answer for his roll
Yeah.
there. Okay.
Oh shit, that was
So-
good.
So yeah. This is magic. This altar has magic. The writing on this altar translates as I am the beginning, I am the end, and I am nothing. 5 grieving mortals approached me, one by one in order. Those of this order will know madness, suffering, and then I shall accept them in their stead. As you have read this, this is where you do notice that there are 5 statues around this altar. They're all like hand statues, like they're on the wee pedestals. And Rachel, you're doing your tarot reading on this altar. If you could roll me your roll for divination.
Where would that be?
You should have your psychic ability on your sheet. How much did you put into your psychic? You want to know what? We'll not roll it if you can't find it.
No,
I know
no,
you
I'll
have the
find
ability.
it. I'm sure I do. Where would it be?
Could it be under your extra skills?
It should
Additional
be.
skills?
Where's extra skills?
Right at the bottom on the
Additional.
right.
On the additional, I haven't got
Yeah.
anything in there. I've got nothing.
Right. Okay, we're not going to roll it because you've not.
Could it be spells?
It's her psychic ability that she's using right now. Okay.
Oh, I just found it. No,
Oh, you not found it? Okay.
I think that might be it. No,
Physics.
that's not.
That's physics.
Yeah, I just realised I can't read.
Right. It's okay.
Wait, why have I got that so high in physics?
Maybe you mistaken it for your psychic because you had to add psychic
Maybe.
to your sheet.
Yeah.
For the love of God.
I am not going to make you roll this because we don't have time to figure out what your psychic ability actually was.
Sorry, guys.
Don't
alright,
worry about it.
alright.
It's an RP game. It was just to see how successful you are. Okay, you put your past card down. As soon as you put the card down, it kind of like raises up on the altar, and it stands for a second. Your eyes roll back, and you pass out.
I'm assuming I see this because I'm right at the altar.
Yeah,
Yes.
Which of us see this?
Can anyone who has not got experience in magic make a sanity check?
Oh, that,
I'll
aye,
do
that would
that.
be me. Where's
I
my-
would count as experience in magic, wouldn't I?
Yes.
I'm
Considering I can
failing
talk to a
left and
cat.
right.
Wait, where's my sanity? Oh, there it is. Found it. Oh, I failed.
We both failed, man.
Roll me d4s.
1 again.
Okay.
Hang on. Oh, I also got one. Okay.
You want?
That's
Emily.
lucky.
I know it's really lucky you're not
Uh.
getting much sanity damage right now.
Right. Where do I record that actually? On this sheet.
You just go to edit mode
and
and
drop it.
drop
Yeah,
it.
right at the top right it says there's whisper to keep it and then there's edit mode.
Mm-hmm. And is that there? Right. Yeah, okay, I see. I see.
What-
Whilst they've
Well, the-
got. Sorry.
I was gonna say, while this happens, I'm gonna shout to Carter in Arabic because obviously I don't want to freak everyone out. I told you more than you can ken, basically, more than you know.
He is kind of like looking, going, "What the friggin' hell's going on?" And Rachel, we'll go back to
Mhm.
you now. Whilst you've passed out, you're like on Hangman's post, and you kind of like look down it, and one person's going there, I didn't do it, I didn't do it. Then they get dropped. The next one's like, please, please, I'll do anything, I'll pay anything. Drops. The next one's like, I'll kill the lot of yous. Drops. The next one, got two things. The other one is, sorry about this. Yeah, the other one's like, I'm ready, and just drops. As soon as that happens, you wake up. I was trying to figure out what one I missed.
I'll just jump awake. Oh, what happened?
I'll walk over quickly to Margaret and make sure that she's okay.
I'm fine, don't worry. Just another dream, and I'll go back to my tarot cards and see if I can finish what I was trying to do.
No, I set her down. I don't let her. Don't just take it easy. I want to make sure you're okay before you get back up.
I
This
have
is my job.
something.
You'll be able to get up after I make sure that you're okay.
The cards showed me something bad. It's. I have to read them again. Make sure.
I suspect you've had a stroke. Don't worry. I'm sure.
A stroke?
Looking at it, going, how did you make the card do that?
I didn't. You must understand the other things in this world.
That's enough of that now.
Like,
Come on.
Mice. Trained mice, maybe.
Is she?
No,
is she
there's
okay?
other things in this world that people don't understand. My cards, they help me understand things. They also show me things that may come and have been.
Well, I've only listened to you say stuff for a little while, but I think that you're mad. Just to call back to that earlier.
I
no,
apologize,
don't
but
say
my
that.
diagnosis is that you're mad.
I don't say that.
I knew I shouldn't have said anything. Damn
No,
it.
no.
I just
I
say
don't-
this in my head.
I'm sure there's something to explain that. Winds, I'm sure you're just you're not
Are
feeling
you
quite
are
yourself.
you one that's all about science?
I'm about medicine and what we can
Science.
see with our eyes.
Well,
I'm sure
these
there's
things you may not be able to
explanations
see,
for these
but sometimes they do show themselves.
Dr.
And you can
Logan.
also sometimes hear. You just have to listen.
Poisonous gases.
I look at the back of her head, the kind
Ah! As you hear the gusty wind again, and it's another one of the rugby players has been taken away.
I go to the tarot cards.
I help Margaret up at least and
I
take her
need
to them.
to read the tarot cards.
I'll hold you kind of like up kind of thing by your hands while you're doing it, just in case you
Don't
fall
worry,
back
don't
again.
worry.
As you put down your basically each card you put down is the exact same as you got this morning, and they all seem to like kind of float up and just be like floating on the altar and spinning around each other. And then
Okay.
one kind of like sits in front of one of the statues on the pedestals.
Can I go over and check the pedestal and which card it was?
It's Death was the one that was standing on the statue. And you recognise the statue as one of the people that were on the hangman posts with you. This one seems to be turned away from the altar and like closing its eyes.
Which one was it?
It was one of the ones on, like, as each one was called.
So the first one.
There is an order to these, I will point out. Just because,
Yeah.
looking at the time, I will give you a short hint. There is an order to these, and there is a reason why they're feeling what they're feeling.
Okay, so like one of them was angry. Remember
One
that?
of them admitted. No, one of them accepted their fate. One of them said they were going to kill everyone. One of them
Yeah.
begged for their lives, and the other
Yeah,
one
there's-
offered something.
Yeah.
Exchanged.
What?
The
what
number
was
of
the
people
thing
that
written
Don't
again?
take a bargain.
the number of
Yeah,
people
bargain,
that
thank you.
Margaret was on the pedestal with that got hanged, does that correlate to how many statues there are, or is there
Yeah.
any
5
missing?
statues, aren't
You
there?
said that, yeah.
Okay.
You guys don't
Um,
know any of this, so.
Can you say what was on the altar?
There's nothing on the altar, but there is a space.
No, like what was written
Other-
on the altar again?
Yeah, 2 seconds. Bum, 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 bum. It says, I am the beginning, I am the end, and I am nothing. 5 grieving mortals approached me, one by one in order. Those of this order will know madness, suffering, and then I shall accept them in the mortal's stead.
I gather the group around and then translate what it said.
I'll write
There's
what's
5.
being said. I'll just take out like a wee pencil. I write it inside my
Well, in my
brother's
vision,
book.
there was 5 that were hanged, and there's 5 statues, and there's 5 people mentioned in this, and there's 5 of us, and the cards are being reading. Terrible, terrible signs.
Maybe we should stand at the statues.
Which one would you stand at, though?
I don't really know if it matters. I mean,
Well, everything matters.
did they how did they all like die at once?
No, they were hanged separately, one after the other. One pleaded for their life, one bargained for their life.
Well, which one was first?
I'll give you.
The one that pleaded for their life was first.
I'll give you a hint for this puzzle. You need real world knowledge.
It's the stages of grief.
Oh.
Do I recognize this because I am kind of grieving for my brother though now? Or?
Like acceptance would be at the end then, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anger first, maybe? Is that anger?
Yeah, anger's first.
Anger.
Okay, which one of us is the angriest?
I might take that up if you guys want me to.
You stand there.
Alright.
I would say I'm
second-
probably the most likely to bargain out of us.
Yeah.
So I go and stand at bargaining.
I will say that
Great.
yous can Google the stages to know the order because yous have came so close to the puzzle.
Can I examine the statues and see if there's anything else about them that we've missed in some way?
Because it's getting late, I will give you the shorthand. Yous have solved it in a way. They are the stages of
Denial.
grief.
It looks
the
like
first,
denial
anger.
might be first. I could take either denial or anger.
Well,
Yeah, denial.
did Logan go to anger first, though? I don't remember if I heard if he did.
I went to anger first, but
You went to the first
it
statue,
should have been
didn't
it should
you?
have been denial.
You touch it, and you hear wrong in your head. Can you roll me a d10? 10, please.
Not good, guys. Not
What
good.
was it?
It's a 10.
A 10.
Take 10 sanity points damage.
Wow, it's a good thing you rolled low on the other times, mate.
You hear your brother speaking in your head. You know this. You've just been through this. You can get it solved. Figure it out. You're the smart one.
Ah! And I go to like I take my book to my chest. It's not right. It's not anger first. It's denial. And I'll quickly find the statue, at like a quick pace, and I'll say, when you guys go to the denial, I'm gonna stay at anger. You touch the denial one first, then I'll touch anger.
But who's in denial?
I don't think it matters. I think we just need to activate the statues.
But it's
Carter's the most likely to deny things since he has denied the very existence of everything here.
I'm gonna go up and touch the denial statue.
I'm gonna go to the anger.
No, I'm anger.
Fluffgar has got
Not anger.
touches
Sorry.
denial. Correct. And
I'll
nothing happens after you touch it, but you feel like a little bit of the magic's surged up in the room.
I just like say to others, I don't know what that was, but it felt strange.
Yeah, that'll be right. I'll
What
punch
other
the
ones?
one. I'll punch the one that is anger.
Are you gonna touch it again? Oh,
Are you sure that's the order?
I think so. I think it's denial, anger,
Bargaining, depression, and
bargaining,
acceptance.
depression, acceptance.
As you
much
punch
like the
it,
rest of life.
as you punch it, it feels soft to the touch, and it's like correct. And
Can
then
I
you
go
feel
to
like,
acceptance?
I think
go
it's
to-
bargaining next.
I go
That's
to
the last
bargaining
one.
next, and I
Yeah.
touch it.
just a shortcut. Yous have got the order correct now, so yous all touch them, and as
Yeah.
each one
Each one.
raises their power, the altar cracks and opens across the room, and you see a spiral staircase going further down.
I'll.
Now that looks
look down it.
interesting.
Can
I'm
I?
gonna go down it.
Can we see the bottom?
Straight down.
Yeah, got my torch. I'm going down. She wants to know what's down there.
I'm following Margaret.
I'll follow Harry and I'll look up to Lord Kafka and say, "You coming?"
I follow on after having a little look in my pocket.
He basically goes down with his. He's a bit nervous though. As he goes down, he's kind of like shut his mouth. He's starting to panic a little bit. Don't know about this. Maybe we should come back with a team. What do you guys think?
No.
We're here already, Carter.
You're right. This is a big discovery. If we don't continue now, someone else is going to claim it, and they're going to be written in history. But let's go. Let's go.
Have you got your photographer with you? We
yeah,
should probably bring him.
Yeah, the photographer is with yous.
Can I do like a quick sketch either while we're there or when we're going down of the statues inside my brother's book?
I will point out you would have to sit down and use the torch and properly. Like it's not. You are in very darkness. Like remember, it's like you've got torches and that, but this is not well lit.
Okay.
So let's continue down and down and down this spiraling staircase. Yous are walking down this staircase for at least 4 hours.
Wow.
Eventually,
For a snack in between.
I'm an old man.
I will also point out these are from the 1920s. That is probably bugger all. It's to walk up the stairs.
yeah.
That'll be a pain in the neck.
That's true, yeah.
I'll say to the guys after the 4th hour, do you guys want to take a break? I'll look back to Lord Cathcart and make sure he's not dying. You okay there, sir?
I have trekked out in the desert with Carter on many occasions, so I'm
Just sitting
willing
in the
to
pocket
continue.
going, haha.
Well, we could take a break if you want. So just say if you're wanting, yeah.
I will.
Right. We can keep going, lads.
Eventually, after it feels like forever, you start to see light coming from below you.
Finally.
Like, it's like light coming, like it's angled towards it, as if it's in a room. It's beaming into this spiral staircase. As you get down to the bottom, you enter a room, and it's a long hallway. The door made of light ahead of you.
Oh. I am definitely walking towards that door.
I'm falling on, like, sort of doing that thing that's nervous people do, that sort of fluttering behind her, like, do you really think that?
I'm gonna like sort of stand tall and pretend to be confident, but inside I'm thinking, oh fuck, we're all gonna die.
Still
I ask
following,
him
just
if
like,
he sees anything.
Amon's not with you.
back up the stairs with Tommy the cat, have enough scrap.
I'm not.
You do
Tommy's
hear
in the
from
car.
you do hear from halfway up the stairs. Not worth it.
Dr. Logan will just stay, just like, completely still, mouth open, not sure what to do.
As Rachel approaches this door of light, you're walking towards it. This is feeling very familiar. You hear strange noises. You notice the hall doesn't make sense. Everything is non-Euclidean shape.
Is it like the one in my dream?
It is. It's twisted.
Yeah.
It is like a dream you're having right now. Like, it doesn't make sense physically. Like, the room is off, the hall is off, the light is off. Why is there a light down in this pit? And you continue down this hallway, and unless you're wanting to stop, you enter this doorway.
Yeah, she's gonna keep going.
You go through, and to everybody else, she just disappears into the light. To Rachel, you see the most fantastic, beautiful thing you've ever seen in your life. It is a creature of many colours, colours that do not exist, shapes that do not exist. This is like fourth dimension, colours that human eye cannot possibly see, and I am going to need you to do a sanity check.
I knew this was gonna be the one I failed.
Can I get a D10, please?
Yeah. 1 second. Oh, great.
What is your current sanity at?
50.
Okay, you're still... Sorry, with the -7. You're still safe. You're
Oh,
still
that'll be a
safe.
43.
Yeah, but I'm meaning, like, as in I need to know when you... Like, I know Leon's close to breaking. You're still a bit safe for now.
I was gonna say I should be okay.
You have enough sense to turn away and close your eyes. You are desperate to look back at this thing. This thing is the most amazing. This is like imagine being in a 2D world and discovering 3D. This
Yeah.
is unbelievable.
Like seeing Avatar for the first time.
Yeah.
Can I get a sanity check, Leon?
No, that's a joke.
Yes, it's a joke about a
Please don't
future
make me-
film. Why does Leon know about a future? Sorry, Logan know about a future film.
Leon's saying this. Dr. Logan's not saying this.
So, the creature's coming closer to you, and its tendrils are like reaching out to you. And I'd like to roll initiative. Is anyone else entering this doorway with her, or are you just leaving her to it?
Well,
I can't enter the doorway until everyone else does. I'm at the back.
I guess because I was like fluttering around following her, I probably
Where's
would have
the
like
initiative?
had some. Harry would have had some sort of vague sense of you're supposed to help women or something, protect some vague sort of thing that his father told him at some point and he didn't really understand. It's like, I guess I'm following Ben. So he probably did go in.
Carter and the photographer runs in with these. And one of the rugby guys.
I try and push Logan to
Shove him
move.
in so you can get in.
When you
Yeah, so
push
I can-
me, you kind of like bring me to consciousness again, and I kind of see. I notice that nobody's around. And I say,
Should we go in, Dr. Logan?
Hint, nudge.
May as well. I'll
Can't
go
wear
in.
it's the
I'll
initiative.
go in with Lord Cathcart, but I might
I will
hold
say
on to his shoulder
you.
on the way.
I will say that you are going to go first.
Okay.
Just because I want things to move on a little bit faster now. We're getting to nearly finish time. So, what do you want to do?
Me?
No, Rach, she's first. You
I'm
still have to enter the room.
I'm gonna put my hand out and try and touch it.
Okay.
Probably a terrible mistake, but hey.
You touch it, and I want you to roll athletics to see if you react fast enough.
Where the fuck's athletics?
I'll accept brawl as well.
I'll have to do both because I don't know where athletics is.
How did your brawl go?
Fail.
Right. Roll me a d10, please. How much was that?
7.
Cool. You touch one of the tendrils and you feel searing, burning pain as your hand is like literally alight with fire, and you can feel like it's like your arm is rotting, like it's aging rapidly.
Just scream. Just start screaming.
You are still, because it's Pulp Cthulhu. If this was normal Cthulhu, you'd be out. Because it's Pulp Cthulhu, you're not out yet.
Is that 7 hit points I've lost, or
yes, 7
sanity? Okay.
7 hit points. Sorry, just lost the music there.
Oh, I'm on 13. Oh.
Aye. So yeah, you can't use your left hand for the rest of this fight.
Okay.
So, this is where Logan, or was it Harry? Harry got in first. So what is Harry going to do?
Okay, so I'm in this weird world and I see this now.
Yes, if you look at the creature, I need you to do a sanity check.
I don't think I'd be able to not to, because
Yeah.
I wouldn't know not to. I just like see
Alright.
this crazy thing
Yeah.
and go, oh my god.
No, that's no
Sorry.
bother. I was just making sure with you before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
If
That's
you can
fine.
roll me a sanity
Roll a
check.
Success.
Cool. You notice it, but you don't look directly at it because you see Margaret like screaming, holding on to her hand, and you're just like zoned in on that. You only kind of see it out your peripheral, so you can't conceive of the creature in its entirety.
Okay, I think what would happen is I just instinctively go over and try and help in some way, try and stop it. I don't know, try and help the injury essentially, even though I don't know much about it.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Yeah, you go over. I'll say Logan gets in here at the same time as you, and once again, sanity check.
Yep. Fail.
Oh, and you're the doctor.
And you roll me a
I
d10.
needed you.
6 this time. 6.
That is you in temporary insanity.
Yep.
Your brother's beside you.
I'm gonna speak to him. Can anyone else see him?
No one else can see him except you.
I'll speak to him. Michael? Michael, is that you?
Oh, bro, it's you! And he kind of holds you in a tight grip. Come on. We can deal with this together.
How can I do this?
You can take it.
You're always better at this than me. How do I?
Aye, but I'm right here with you.
I'm going. Do I still have the torch on me?
And you do.
Can I try and throw the torch towards the thing and try and like I'm still gonna keep it, but I'm trying to like wave it away from Margaret.
Yeah, you can do a brawl. Or a melee. I can't remember if there's a melee in Call of Cthulhu.
Yes, there is, isn't there?
Yes, if you can do me a melee, please.
Where's the melee? What's it under?
It should be near brawl. It'll be in your fighting combat skills.
I see brawl, but I don't see. I see brawl, fighting skill 1, fighting skill 2, fighting skill.
I'll
Or
just
maybe
get
you
you
just
to
don't have
just
melee.
just do brawl.
Brawl it is. Success!
Cool.
Oh
What?
my goodness.
As you run over and swing your light, you actually miss the creature, but the arc of the light shines on the creature and it moves from the light.
I'm gonna try and grab Margaret and like try and like.
Before you
sure.
continue, because that is your action,
Okay.
Lord Cathcart comes in with Carter and the photographer.
Then I immediately survey, so I'm assuming I need to do a sanity check.
You do.
Oh no.
Is that a
Can't
fail?
believe that. It's a fail. I have that higher sanity and
You
still
have
fail.
70 sanity. What?
I don't know how I have 70 sanity. It's just how it worked out.
Yeah. Can you roll me a d10, please?
3.
Cool. You didn't take too much damage for this, so you're used to these mythos things. You've seen things. You've never seen something like this. But you know you don't want to directly look at it, and you start like kind of like looking away. But you did get a glance of it, and it's like you have this urge to never see anything other than that again.
Okay. Did take.
But you
3
are
damage as
resisting
well.
it. You took 3 sanity damage. But this is your willpower is resisting this, but this is the urge you're feeling right now. You want to look at it. You need to see it.
Do I need to do a willpower check to see?
No, it's just RP.
As I do that, I'm like sort of attempting to not look at it, while also like pushing my torch at it at the same time, if that makes sense.
Cool. Yeah, as you're putting your torch to it, it's trying to avoid the light. Do you say anything? This is you all able to say stuff. What you say could depend what happens next.
I haven't seen any of this light business, so I'm not even thinking about that. I'm trying to sort of
I can
gently get a hold of Margaret somehow and pull her away.
Okay. Yeah, you continue doing that. Carter and the photographer's just like panicking right now, like what the hell is this?
Okay.
And you see Carter like starting to age as he's just like looking directly at it. You're starting to see his hair going grey, starting to wrinkle, and it's like he cannot stop looking at this.
I'm not sure what we should say.
If I see this, I'm just going to be shouting at Carter while trying to help Margaret at the same time, because I'm like busy, feel like I'm busy with that area of things. So I'm like, Carter!
Do not look directly at it. Even though you may wish to, look away.
I'm trying not to look at it, but I'll try and still do what I'm doing with the light. That seems to be working.
Cool. Rachel. You're looking over at them, and you've noticed those two, and then there's that last rugby guy that's standing next to Carter, and he just raises his hands, rips his eyes out with his own hands, and just starts bleeding out and collapsing in the ground.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Another one bites the dust.
I'm still trying to pull her along, backing up and backing up.
Yeah. So you're trying to get out this door?
I'm trying to help Harry with Margaret at this point, yeah.
I'm backing away while still swinging the thing and looking away, if that makes sense.
Cool. As you are doing this, you see a flash of light for the photographer. Just this big beamy light comes out, and it gives you enough time to get out the door. As it's like tendrils are like slowly reaching over to try and get you. It's a very slow creature, very dangerous, but it's like very slow. And he's managed to get through this door. He's running down the hall. As Margaret's like screaming, and Carter's like manically laughing as he's like running.
Can I ask, is my brother there, or is he coming with me?
Your brother's like us, and why are you running? We can take it.
I'm sorry, I need to make sure she's okay. Come with me, Michael.
You're abandoning me again.
No. No.
You were always like this, you arsehole.
I'm gonna keep on like making sure Margaret's out of the room.
Okay. You get to the stairs, or you going up the stairs?
I'm gonna like I'll make sure Margaret's okay. I'll give her to Harry. Is Lord Cathcart here?
Lord Cathcart is here, yes.
I'll say, all right, take them. All right, I need to make sure Michael's okay, and I'm gonna start
Your
moving
bro-
back towards
the-
the light.
There
You
was no
mustn't
one
look.
else there.
Yes, he was. He was right there. You guys all saw him.
He
The
Let's go
rugby
back.
wasn't.
player, he's not. It's
He's dead.
probably yeah.
He's got his eyes ripped out. He
Wait,
did it himself.
on-
I watched.
Not
On
the
the train.
not the
Dr.
guy
Logan?
from the rugby. That my brother Michael. He was there.
Dr.
He was
Logan,
with
And
on the
I saw
train
my
you told me
Michael.
that your brother was dead. On the train. Is it that same brother that you told me was dead?
Yes.
Then how can he possibly be there?
I
It's
don't
not
know.
impossible.
I don't
might
know
be
how to
there.
explain it.
He has. Well, there is more than we know. However, he cannot be saved by us if it was us.
Although if he is dead, then he's safe.
Yes, if he's dead, he's safe.
Well,
Can't
just
die
as an
twice.
aside, as soon as they're like out of the way a bit, like how he realizes he's holding a lady, and it's like, oh,
Don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. Thank you for your assistance.
just like looking around, like no problem. Looking anywhere else.
So are you running or are you fighting?
I think the guys have convinced me to run. If you guys are running.
Yeah, Harry's off.
I'm not a fighter, so
I'm
I
not a
will
fighter.
probably run.
I'll run with them.
Cool. So yous are running up these stairs. I'm going to need
For 4 hours,
everyone.
yes.
Yeah, yous are going to have to do an athletics check for
I
this
don't
run.
I
Run.
don't appear to
Athletics,
have
'cause I
athletics
cannot
written down
find it.
anywhere, so I can't do that.
That's also
There must
something
be.
I was looking.
Aye.
I was looking for.
I'm maybe
Where's
getting the name wrong.
athletics?
2 seconds. I've probably gotten the name wrong, to be fair. I'll have a
There's-
look at.
Unless I'm missing it.
I see dodge.
Ah,
I see.
I can't find it for the life.
I see
He's
a
climb.
straight. I can do a straight dexterity check.
What
Can I
about
swim
climb?
it? Because I can swim apparently.
I can swim also. I'll swim up the stairs.
I don't
What
have.
about climb?
I've got rides. I will ride Lord Cathcart up the stairs.
You will not ride Lord
Track.
Cathcart.
I want you to do track.
Where is
Right.
it?
It's at the
Oh,
bottom
oh,
of
right, yes.
the.
Oh.
Okay,
Nah,
that's going
I'm
to
not
go well.
going to make it. It's getting close to the end. Yous
I
run.
see.
Yous run. Yous run.
Oh,
Yous are
that wasn't
sweating.
good.
Yous are sweating buckets as yous run further and
We've
further.
all failed.
All failed.
It's my hand. It slowed me down.
We have to stop halfway. Go. I've got a stitch.
Yous do stop in that.
We've not put any points in it, or we're all at 10.
I got the closest to passing.
Yeah, you're the.
Yeah, you did.
You're the best. Like you're the fittest out of all of us.
You're the best failure.
When you finally get up and you crawl out this, like basically yous are gasping for air and yous have gotten to the finally to the top of these stairs. Yous can hear like the screaming of all these different rugby players that have been like picked off one by one. And then you click. There's been something watching us all the time. That wasn't that creature. Something else here.
Me? Is that you?
As you make this recognition, I'll say it's Harry's torch. It's the glimpse of these huge bat wings and this humanoid creature with long arms and stretched out skin with veins running up it. And then you look at it and it has absolutely no face.
I'll look to it and I'll say, don't hurt us. We can help you.
As soon
don't
as you
think it wants
speak,
help.
it flies straight for Logan. I need you to make a dodge.
Okay.
Guys, how was supposed to fight something
I
when
failed.
we've got no weapons or I've got no spells, I've got nothing?
I might
Yeah,
die.
we
Oh,
didn't
man.
have any weapons.
I did ask you if you wanted to get anything. You don't need to fight though.
I dodged, but I failed.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, this creature just lifts you into the air and flies off. We will
Shit.
come back to you shortly. Are yous staying or are yous going? Are yous going to try and help Dr. Logan?
I'm running back to my car.
I keep running as well.
Oh. You guys keep running, and Logan, I need you to make me a sanity check.
Can I say something to? I'll do the sanity check first. Yeah.
You can say it from yelling.
Hard success.
Okay. You've got enough
Yeah, that was good.
sanity to say your quip to everyone.
Can I not say a quip? Can I try and reason with the faceless thing?
If you failed your sanity check, maybe, but you can do it if you want.
I'll say, I know the way out. I can help you.
At this point, it's like it kind of like looks at you. It's not seeming like it's not getting what it wants from you, and it literally drops you onto the stairs, and just flies off. You don't know why. It didn't get what it wanted. That's all you know. It just kind of like it was almost like a bird of prey picking up an animal that's already rotten, and it was hoping for something alive.
Maybe it was
Well-
trying to eat your sanity or something.
Am I not good enough for you, you faceless?
Oh, have you know I taste great?
Run.
I
Dr. Logan's just standing there shouting at the bed.
dust myself off. Was a fine then. Fucking go.
I'm just picturing Dr. Logan like walking at the cave now. Just like, meh.
I fought it off.
That's the story he's got to say.
Everyone in the car.
I fought it with my bare hands.
With these hands.
I punched it in the faceless maw.
I gave it a face.
Hang on,
Um,
everyone
You
in the
punched
car.
it so hard you gave it a face.
Mhm.
I like it.
So yeah,
Right. Shotgun.
yep. You get out and Carter just like fucking
I'll
just
I
starts
don't
like getting the
even-
drill. Get that drill. Get this thing shut.
I'm running. I'm doing. I missed the car.
Will Margaret fire up the drill?
No, Margaret's going to the car. She's getting
Oh,
out of there.
so you're leaving this open?
Everyone's going in the car.
Are you leaving it open?
I guess not.
No,
Nah,
it's-
she would
I
close
was
it.
just asking. You would close it.
I think
I don't know. You
my,
said you were
my
going for
sanity's
the
still pretty
car.
good. I would close it, yeah.
Oh damn it!
But my sanity's not low enough for me to like freak out or anything.
So,
I'm
can
starting the car then. I'm sitting there for you.
The cat will keep you calm.
Min's just sitting there.
No,
I-
Tommy's just
I'm
there
on-
like,
Amun is pumping the other cat.
We're gonna have
Or
some
sorry,
kittens.
to give it the better way around, because Amun is the female, it is Margaret's cat is pumping Amun.
Look,
Tommy. We've talked about this.
something and all.
I don't think we're near the cats at the minute, though. So.
Well, I'm not, no.
Okay, so yeah, You get in the car. If Rachel can make me a either mechanical or drive roll, please, to see if she can seal this up in time.
Now, where is... Can I roll engineering?
Yeah.
Oh,
What was that?
66 v 66 is just a success.
So
That's mad!
Sweet! That's awesome.
So
Ah.
the engine's not turning on. Still not turning on. And you see this creature like trying to climb out the cave, and it's you start it up, you drive it right into the creature and drill it against the wall. This is the winged creature that
Yay.
came after Logan, and it's just like getting drilled into this wall as these
Just think about-
rocks start falling on top
I'm
of
just
the
doing it.
machine
I'm
and
gonna
them.
die, you fucking you.
Are you staying in the vehicle?
Well, once it's getting drilled into the wall, I'll go. If it's closed, is it closed or vaguely closed?
The rocks are hitting the roof of this vehicle.
I'll get out and go then.
Okay. Yeah, but
Go to the
you
car.
basically grab a brick and stick on the throat, sorry, the
Yeah,
accelerator,
pretty much. Yeah.
and you get out, and yeah, the hill is now closed off again. As you drive off into the town, and
Yeah, I get in the car, put my foot down. If anyone's left behind, it doesn't matter. She's going.
and right, so you get back to the town, and what is it you are telling everybody? Are you telling anybody?
I fought this faceless thing with these hands.
I will point
use
out that we are
drill
now
and
in
it
the
just-
we are now in the conclusion. So, yous are back in Langholm. What are you telling everybody?
I first of all speak to the entire group, and I'm like, I can. You may be of use to a group that I know if you do not spread what has happened here.
I think it's best we just tell people that we found nothing since the doctor thought I was crazy when I told him about the cards, my tarot
I'm just hitting
cards.
the
So
whiskey.
That is,
I'm going with we didn't find anything.
That is what I would suggest.
Mm-hmm.
After what I found down there and what I saw, I don't see how I can go back. So, yeah. I'll stay with it.
Yeah, Margaret knows what it's like to be called crazy, and she knows this is gonna get like locked up kind of crazy.
However, Margaret,
I can't
You-
actually go back to my practice, can I?
you would be extremely useful to the people that I know and well compensated for your skills.
You
Yeah,
know what?
Harry's
It would
just
be lovely
sort
to
of-
have a trip. I will go with you. Would you like
What
a
about-
lift in the car?
Yes, please. What about you, Dr. Logan?
Aye, I wouldn't mind a lift.
Harry?
Harry's having a large whiskey and is not used to whiskey, and is just sort of sitting there going, like, what the hell just happened? So he's pretty much going along with whatever's being said right now because he's just in shock over it. This is not a usual dig.
Scott, what was the name of the organization again?
The Ambrosia organization. To everyone here, it's just the people that invented custard recently.
I'm a big fan.
But
Oh, the custard
you've
that doesn't
probably
use
not.
eggs.
I was gonna say you've probably
Wow.
not. You've probably not tried it because it is like military ration food now.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all you know about them right now. But you also know that it's a very well off organisation, and they tend to be quite philanthropic, throwing money
Okay.
about.
So I would direct them to where we would need to drive to then, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll get my shit ready and get the car.
I'm also side-eyeing Amun with
I've had a word with Tommy, and he promised to behave.
I'm
It's like
pregnant.
I'll be eating cassette now.
I love that. So good.
Is everybody you have to stay there that night because it's like literally night time. You can't get a train and you can't you could drive if you
Oh yeah,
really
she's
desperate.
going. She's going.
I'll-
Yeah, she don't want to stay there no more. And as long as Lord Thingy's okay with it, she's just gonna go. So if nobody else wants to, she's gonna go.
I'll come back to the hotel in the morning with a big satchel and a big suitcase full
We've got 'em then.
full of my brother's old things.
If that's the case, I would have left already.
Fair. Guess I'm taking this one.
Perhaps perhaps we stop for a few minutes so that Dr. Logan could get his stuff.
Yeah, that's what I mean. She wants to go that night, but she'll wait for everyone to get the stuff, but she's not waiting till morning to leave.
Okay.
She's freaked out. And she knows what her cards have said for the past few terms. She's not sticking around.
Yeah, Harry's been pretty silent this whole time. He's just sort of gathering up his things and going just because.
Come on, Harry,
again in shock and doesn't know what to do.
You best get going. Come on. You sit there. Put the cat on your knee. You shut the cat out. He'll calm you down. Keep him away from that cat as well, because he's been a right pin in the arse's tummy.
God,
What is Harry got a moon now?
No, Harry's got Tommy. I presume
what's
you
Tommy
keep your
saying?
cat.
No.
Oh, Mum, I was just having fun.
Well, that is exactly what Lord Cathcart hears Tommy saying. Yeah, you drive off and that, and then it does take a few days until you would get information from the organisation. It's very secret, and as you are waiting, you get a newspaper, and since everybody has said that they read one in the morning, you've noticed that there has been a spree of murders recently in the central belt of Scotland, and it has a picture, and it's a man and a woman just kind of sitting romantically on a chair with their eyes burned out.
Oh dear.
Very romantic.
They must be in so much love.
That's why you shouldn't look directly at the sun.
We're
I know, it just burns. People don't listen to doctors. Although doctors don't listen to people, so...
Hey, this doctor did listen to people.
This doctor listened after he saw it.
I take a clip out of it and I kind of keep it for later.
Yeah, and then the next page it says, famous archaeologist Howard Carter has recently been institutionalized, rambling about strange sights and strange lights. We believe that he may have some strange foreign disease from his travels, and seems to be coming under a fever.
Told you we shouldn't have said anything. Was right.
Our thoughts are with the family right now.
I'll show everybody this article in case they didn't see it.
Yeah, I would have read it. This is why we don't talk about things, because they call us crazy.
Eventually, after the few days, it's not the representative you usually get. They seem to change them quite a lot. And it's this lady that comes up to Lord Cathcart, hands him the paper and points to the burnt out eyes. Deal with this.
And how would you suggest that I do that? You know that I am not one for combat.
We can't fight these things with mortal means. You know this. Deal with
I could
that.
learn some spells.
I also don't believe that
Find a
this.
spell book.
Hmm.
I can learn some new spells.
To be
I'm
honest,
sure I could defeat this with magic.
I
probably
could deal with a bit of TLC, bit of rest and recover after, maybe sit in, go to a pub.
She kind of
I
like
dunno.
looks over at and Dr. Logan. It's like, yous caused this. Yous
We'll
are
fix it,
going to
don't worry.
solve this.
What do you mean we caused this? We didn't cause anything.
We opened the hole. I'm presuming everything's come out there.
Aye, but we shot it, didn't we? I mean,
Well, I think so.
I
Well,
do think
obviously
we
I didn't. I squished the thing that tried to kill you, but I don't think I closed it 100% because these things have seemed to have, slipped out.
I mean, aye, we were a part of it, but that would have happened either way if we were there or not. It was that famous archaeologist that was doing it all. We were just hired
I
to
used the
do a job.
drill, so I kind of have to take some responsibility.
if you give us the
Maybe you don't,
tools
but I
to
really do.
to deal with it, then perhaps we could.
Gonna find some spell
She
books.
kind of like looks over at Dr. Logan and then Cathcart is like, I believe he already has the tools.
I assume this means that I will be looking at more of the books, Dr. Logan.
I'd also suggest you get armed. Not all not everything is the mythos that's a threat to you.
I'll find something.
I would probably have some like hunting rifles or shotguns at home.
I would probably have a handgun at home.
I'll have to buy one because she wouldn't have a gun.
I would give her one of the other ones that I have.
We'll wait till Fluffgar comes back, and then once she comes back and gauges what her character's decision is, we'll end the stream here and just do our wrap up.
Yep.
So, how did
Oh
everybody?
shit! I've just realised it's time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's ran a bit later than I thought it would. So how did everybody find that? Oh, here we go.
great.
Fluffgar's back. Was going to say, what's your character doing with this? Are you getting involved with it? Oh, can you hear us?
Yes.
Is Harry continuing on with everyone?
Yes. I'm assuming.
How much did you miss? Because I kind of like looked at your screen and seen you had disappeared, and I was like, how much did you miss?
Uh,
Were you here for the bit where the couple with the burned eyes out?
I was here for that, yeah.
Yeah, well, a guy came and
there-
told us that we
yeah,
had to go and
yeah.
sort it out. You were there for that.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah. We were just discussing who was going.
And now we're ending our stream here, as long as we know. It was just in case you wanted a wee bit for your character at the end.
Okay. No, I think he would have to. If we were to do it again sometime, he would have to sort it out then.
Okay. So how did everybody find that?
I
It was
enjoyed it.
great.
It's really good.
Yeah, I loved
I really
it.
enjoyed it.
I need to learn some magic.
As will
I
I.
thought it was
Just saying.
I thought that was really cool. I really liked the story. I really liked the setup. I really
We
liked
haven't
everyone's
finished yet.
characters.
We haven't
Sweet.
finished yet.
Yeah,
We're
this is
still
only
alive.
part one.
Let's
There's
keep going.
There's part two. This was always got to continue on the next. But you could have finished the second part if we were really quick, but we weren't really quick.
I'm
Never
really
gonna
Do it
happen.
happy.
Come
tomorrow.
on now, it's us.
I'm really happy that I survived.
Well, I
We
did
can
say
play
Pulp
again
Cthulhu.
tomorrow.
I will point out, Logan would have went insane and died, and Rachel would have died in this scenario
Yeah,
if yous weren't Pulp characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, because my health would have been real low.
Did the faceless winged humanoid creature, did it see that I was already like going insane, and that's why it dropped me.
I'm not telling you anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was going to ask a question, but there's no point then. If you're not telling anything.
I know you'll know because you've read the Cthulhu mythos. I think you know what I had sent at him.
I think I know what it is, yeah.
But I am not revealing it for anyone else. If you want to know what it is, read the lore.
Were you happy?
Mary, I'm
with,
gonna message you so you can tell me, okay?
But it's
Were you-
part of the horror. He doesn't know.
Were you happy with our characters, kind of thing, with how we were playing it, and like how we were?
Yeah, I was
Well,
happy with
kind of thing.
everything. It was as long as everybody was happy with their characters and that. If you do want to change characters for the second session, I don't mind, but it's like it's sort of
I'm
implied
happy.
you guys
I
are
like that.
continuing.
I like
Yeah,
to
I'm
play
fine.
like a prequel with my brother or something like that, but I like this, yeah.
If and it's just because it's so late now, promotion time. Chris, anything you want to promote?
I have a vampire game coming in that actually has literally everyone in this room in it.
Yeah, we're all in it, I
as
think.
well as James, and everyone has very interesting characters, other than Leon, who's still to make his character. So
Yeah, we don't
And
know.
he will have
I'm a
the
very
he will have the most interesting character.
Yes.
no.
And then he goes an accountant.
True. And I've never played vampire.
Have you not?
Guys,
I
really gotta go. I'm sorry.
Really?
I can't stay
I'll
on
catch
any
it.
longer.
No, I understand. It's like this has went on longer than I thought.
I'll see everyone later.
I'll catch you
Bye.
after. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, quickly. Fluffgar, I know it's went all over the place now. Fluffgar, anything to promote?
If you need illustrations to contact me, you can find me on the social media somewhere.
Leon, anything to promote?
Just promote our Tuesday game when it starts back up. Looking forward to it. Yeah.
And I hope everybody enjoyed watching. And I hope I did a good job. I hope everybody was happy with it. And I'm definitely happy with my players. They excelled. But they always do. And I shall catch you all later. I normally raid the channel, but it's late now, and I'm just what end stream.
Okay.
Night, guys, and I hope you all had a happy Halloween. And how is it you say it again? Samhain or
Samhain.
Samhain. Thank you. Happy Samhain to anyone who celebrates it that way.
Happy Halloween.
I don't know.
Night. Bye.
Bye.